Hey everybody, it's BK Mutt coming at you with a Madden 21 video, and I'm going to be giving you tips on power-up cards. Power-up cards can be a great way to improve your team and get a little bit of boost in some chemistry building styles. For instance, Asante Samuels here is one of my top players. He used to play for the Eagles, so you can put an Eagle chemistry on him with his power-up. So that's where power-ups become handy. So we're going to look in my binder, and I'm going to switch my binder on the side at the left. At program, I'm going to switch it just to power-up. And what you're going to see here is I've got a lot of them, and mostly Eagles. Players that have played for the Eagles sometime in their career to give me the ability to put the Eagle chemistry on the team. But what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to grab just one of these cards. Let's say Dee Ford. Left end. He's going to be a cheap card to buy and a very cheap card to build. So we're just going to talk about building a power-up card here and showing you the benefits of it and also the cons of it, because there are some cons of doing power-up cards. So we're going to click on Dee Ford, and we're going to go over with the R1 button, and we're going to go over to upgrades. And what we're going to do is see that instantly he's a 69 card. For 5 training, we're going to upgrade him to a 71. And you'll see in the middle, you've got stats that will upgrade with him. And they tell you what it's going to upgrade to. So Dee Ford speed, 72 overall. We're going to give him 6 training. He's going to be a 73 overall speed. And he's going to bump up to a 73 overall. For 10 training, we can bump him up to a 75 overall, giving him 1 more additional speed. This is a big pro to powering up, because you don't have to go out and buy his card. You do have to get training, but you can find training very cheap, and you can get training through solos by getting nat cards that you're not going to use. Now, nat cards, I would suggest putting them in the exchange sets if they can go in there to give you a better card. But training, because nat cards only offer you half training. And as the game goes along, training will come down a little bit. Training's a very weird thing in the market. If you do some math on what you're paying per training, as long as when you find something in the auction house, you're not paying more than 40 coins per training, then you're getting a good deal on training. So then what we're going to do is we're going to pay the 13 training here to level him up to a 77. So that is where he is at right now. When you scroll over again, if you don't have the 19 training, when you scroll over, they give you the ability to look at what you're getting for the 19 training. So if you don't have that 19 training yet, you can look and be like, okay, he'll be a 76 speed. If I go and get 19 training, he'll be a 76 speed, and that'll really help my team out where he's at. So let's buy him there, 19 training. And then right here in the item card, you're going to have 2 options. There's going to be go buy his card from the auction block, or use a power-up token you get from leveling up. So when you click on this, you're going to see 2 options. So the 2 options will be select item from binder and search the auction house. When you select the item from binder, that either means 1, you have a power-up card, or 2, you have the item to go into it. So we're going to take a look, and just by playing the game, leveling up, you get these power-up cards. So I'm going to throw that in there, but before I throw that on the set, I'm going to go show you the other option, where you can just search from the auction house, and you see Dee Ford is going for 17,000 coins. So you could buy this card and put it in the set, but I would always recommend, if you're doing power-ups, use the nat item, or if you have that nat player, always use the nat. And the reason I say that is because the nat doesn't hold as much value as a card that is eligible to be traded or sold. So what you're going to do is you're going to look in the bottom right hand corner, and you're going to see that little red square. That little red square indicates that that player or that item is a non-auctionable tradable item. That is what you always want to put in your power-up sets if you're building a power-up. So we're going to select that, throw it on the card, and see him take that jump. So now he is an 82 overall player, and it didn't really cost us much. It cost us a level-up token from just playing the game, and it also cost us, 43 training? And that's a great way of leveling up your team. Now, those are the pros of power-ups. Before I get into the cons, not every power-up card is the same. Dee Ford was this cheap to build because he was a 69 overall. There is some power-up cards that start at 75 overall, and that's when you get into like 400, 500, 1100 training to move them up each tier. But again, at the same time, it costs that much because you're getting a better card. When you pay 1100 training, you're looking at getting an 87 overall player. Also, when you do level up, you get level up tokens that are 82 to 84. So they can go on anybody's power up card that has an elite in between 82 and 84. And again, 87 to 88 also has a power up token. And you can put that on players like Bobby Wagner, Tyreek Hill. And you get that just by leveling up, so you don't have to go out and buy those expensive elite cards to power up that power up card. Legends also come with power up cards, so that's a good way of getting a good powered up legend. Like if you wanted Bobby Bell, for example. If you wanted Bobby Bell on your team, you could go and buy his cheap power up card instead of spending all those coins on the 89 Bobby Bell, and you could just get the training to power up that Bobby Bell card. And you might have put together that training costs coins, so it does cost coins to build these cards. That in lies the con. When you go over to the auction house, and I'm going to start looking at power-ups to build. I'm like, okay, I like this power-up idea. I'm going to put my investment in, and I'm going to grab one of these great power-up players. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to be like, who do I really like? Who do I really like? Well, we really like Michael Thomas. We're going to go over to Michael Thomas, and what we're doing to filter it down to Michael Thomas to find the cheapest power-up is we're changing the type on the left to wide receiver, we're changing the program to power-up, and we're changing the team to the Saints. And what that's going to do is that's only going to show us wide receivers that play for the Saints that have power-up cards. We're going to scroll through the Emmanuel Sanders, and we're going to see Michael Thomas. 76 overall is where he'll start, and you buy him for 7,000 coins. You're probably going to pay 1,500 training to get this card powered up to his elite card. And then if you go over to his elite card, which will take the program off of power up, we'll leave Saints and wide receivers in our filter, and we'll go over to just 88. And that's only going to bring up 88 overall wide receivers for the Saints. You see Michael Thomas is 150,000 coins. So when you build this Michael Thomas, this is where the con is. You are committing yourself to that one player. You are saying that I'm spending all this on Michael Thomas to power him up, and then when he comes out with another card, I'm going to power him up to that card, and then possibly go get that card to power him up again. You could power up everybody in the game, but it will cost you millions of coins, and you can't use them all. My recommendation is only power up players that you like to play with, or that have played on the team that you're building the team chemistry around. Power up players are very good for theme teams. Very good. But they can be very expensive, and that's where the con lies in. You're spending a lot of coins to get these power-up cards, and these power-up cards aren't always guaranteed to get better cards. They're not. Like Brandon Brooks for the Eagles, he will not get a better card through his performance this year because he's injured. He will not be playing all year. They've already said that, so he cannot get a level-up card by performing on the field. The only way he can get a card now is if they decide to give him a card in a promo down the road, like the Harvest promo, the Blitz promo, or the Most Feared promo. But anything generated by on-field performance, he can't get that card. So when you're thinking about getting a power-up card and you're thinking about putting that investment in, think to yourself, is this a player I want on my team for the duration of the year? Or does this player help me out with my chemistries? That's all you got to think about. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, can you hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell in the bottom corner, and leave your comments down below on anything else you would like to see tips and tricks on. Until next time, BK Mutt, peace.